Hi and welcome to a new vlog. Now this is a video I didn't really want to do. I haven't got planned, but I think it's really important because, believe it or not, we've lost or about to lose another dealership. This dealership is based down in the Midlands, and recently part of it was split and sold off to Spinney Group. And if any of you have guessed it, yes, it is Broadlane Caravans, and it's the Alcester branch. Now, somebody tipped me off today and said, have you looked what's happening there? And I checked out on the internet, and yes, they have called in the receivers, which is very sad news. I know the Browns who own it, and I've always had a lot of respect for them. If you ever go to NEC, you'll see their stand. So there's a big stand with the Broadlane umbrellas up, and always a lot of people on the stand, and basically really, doing the dealer specials, which were the fairways, which I come across there used on the used forecourts a lot. But anyway, that is the bad news. I'm hoping that something's going to happen and whether it gets bought out or something like that would be good. I'd hate to see Broadlane gone. Broadlane was started up by Mr. Brown Senior, and he steered that company through thick and thin, and he made a success of it. And they used to have a branch up at Coventry as well, but they shut that down a few years ago. A little small branch, but it was a nice little branch. I think they just did use from there, if I remember rightly. So yeah, it's very sad. I didn't expect that to go at all, because I always thought that they were so well established, they'd have money in the bank to pull them through bad times. And as we know, new caravan sales are not good at all. No matter what anybody tells you, they are not good. Used are better, definitely better. They're a bit more buoyant, but nothing like it should be. The new stuff has been heavily discounted. There's a lot of vans there that have been discounted because at the end of the day, it's to try and get shifted, to get shut of them. Now, the only thing I can think of, like with Broadlane, was what they tended to do. They actually went into selling Arebas, and although the Arebas are good little vans, the whole appeal for Arebas was the fact is that you couldn't buy them anywhere apart from one or two dealers in the UK. But when Heimer bought Eldis some years ago, I think they used that as a springboard to say, oh, I know what we'll do, we'll stick Arebas into as many dealerships as we can in the UK, and we'll do really well with them. But it didn't work like that, because there was never that amount of customers for the Areba. It's a bit of a niche market. They're not a bad little van at all. They're very well made, very solid. I think they're a bit expensive for what you get, but that's just my own opinion. And also they sort of introduced the Mink, which was again like a bed on wheels, really. Very expensive. Came in from Iceland. I don't think they did anything with it, to be quite honest. Plus they were doing some motorhomes, camper vans, and I think possibly money got tied up, and yeah, the planning finance situation caught up with them. As our mate at Atlantic Caravan said, for what he's saying, is quite a lot of that is quite true, and I'd go along with a lot of that. I mean, we've seen slumps before. I've seen plenty of slumps, but the trouble with these slumps is there's not the manufacturers or the dealers around as there once was. So yeah, very, very sort of sad that any dealer going, never mind, no matter what. I don't want any dealer or manufacturer for that matter going. I've still not got on with Luna going. I mean, I still find Lunas on the used forecourts, and they're just hark back to the days when I used to go to the factory, and I knew the guys and all the people in marketing, and it was a great family atmosphere there. I do miss that. Plus they're a local manufacturer to me, of course. But anyway, what's going to happen? Well, I'm hoping we're not going to see anybody else go. I hope it's not going to become part of an epidemic, this, because it doesn't bode well, does it? As for you, the buyer, if you want to buy a Tourer, you know, you want to make sure that dealership is still there if you've got problems with your warranty, etc. The other flip side of that, of course, is if you are in the market to buy, you have got a pretty hard choice of what to buy, because with the discounting going on, there's some very good discounts out there, and let's face it, it's going to be a buyer's market. There's no doubt about it. COVID's got a lot to do with all this, followed then by the Ukraine war, then of course Liz Truss doing her bit, and it was a perfect storm. And let's face it, caravans have become luxury goods, have gone up in price a lot. Again, this happened back in the mid-70s. I remember caravans going up, 50, 60 quid, and that was considered a lot of money then. And within a few years, caravans were sort of virtually double the price they were. But they'd always been pretty cheap and an affordable holiday. Now it's becoming, as I said before, a lifestyle. But, how many people can afford that lifestyle? You've got to fork out for your tow vehicle, you've got to fork out for your tow bar and your electrics. It just ain't cheap at all. I think when I look back, for my Vauxhall Astra 1.3L, which was a Mark II, a new one in 1985, and I think a tow bar for that, which was a Dixon bait tow bar at Chester, I think the tow bar came out at like 40 quid with the electrics as well. I thought that was a bit expensive. Now £700, £800, £1,000. So what are we to make of all this? I mean, caravaning is becoming expensive, and there's plenty of you coming onto the channel and telling me that, and basically saying all this and that and the other, and I've got to agree. I'm the same. So a bit of a heavy heart really, this one. As I said, I don't want to see Broadlane go. It'd be a big gap at the NEC, because you have a decent stand, and I always like going down and having a chat to the guys down there, and I knew a lot of the salesmen, so I'm hoping a lot of their jobs are going to be safe. I hope it's going to get saved, I really do. It's not good for the industry, full stop. So other news, well, nothing much apart from that, and I think that's big enough news on its own. We've just another little side thing, we've reached 4,604 now subscribers, so thank you for everybody that's come on board this last week, that's joined the channel. Hope it's not disappointing, hope it's becoming a bit of a favourite for you to watch. There's about 405 videos on there of all various things, so plenty to look at and have a scroll through. If you don't like them all, well, it doesn't matter, does it? But anyway, please keep watching, please keep subscribing. Thank you for all the loyal subscribers who have come in from right from the beginning and are still with me. I do appreciate that. Yes, I'm off to Elders tomorrow to see the 2025 Avanti and Cyclone specials for the 60th. Want to get around the factory, but no, I've been told I can't, and I want to see their old Elders that they've got for the 60th anniversary party thing or whatever, but I've not been allowed to look at that yet. I'm hoping to. I'd like to do a video on it. I did all the 50th anniversary stuff. Ironically, they use on some of their PR stuff the stuff that I scanned in 10 years ago, and they're sort of using it now as though it was like they've done the the findings, and I did all the scratching about finding the old pictures and what have you. So anyway, it's not near there, is it? It's Swift's 60th, Elder's 60th, and we should be celebrating, and let's hope they've got some more years to be providing caravans for us all. Just as I say, think on about how things are going. I personally find it upsetting because I've got passion for the industry and I don't like seeing anybody go. Yeah, we need to. I'm going to watch this space, as I say. Any more news updates, I'll get them out on the channel. In the meantime, good night. Football's been shown in the telly on the telly next to you. I didn't shut the door, so I hope that's not interfered too much with the vlog. But please subscribe and please keep liking, please keep commenting and share the videos. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for that.